Hello, how are you? Can you hear me okay? Doing well. It seems like there's maybe a little delay on our connection. I can, yeah. I think there's just a little delay on our connection. But it seems like it's getting better, so I think we'll be able to go ahead and proceed. My name is Andrew Spade. I'll be conducting your teacher qualification interview today. Can you confirm your name for me, please? Okay. So how this will work today is we will go through the qualification interview itself. There will be 10 questions. For you, since you are qualified to teach multiple subjects, we'll do 4 questions of general knowledge for teaching, and then we'll do 3 questions for mathematics and 3 questions for science for a total of 10 questions. And then after that is finished, we will do the video resume where you record your answers to the questions that you pre-selected. And then after that, there'll be a little time where we can have, if you have any questions for me about the EPI program or anything about what happens next, we can talk about that. So that's kind of a look at what the different steps are. So if you're ready, we'll go ahead and start with the teacher qualification interview. Okay, great. My first question for you, in your first year as a teacher, how did you learn and adapt to your school's policies? I'm taking notes on your answers, so that's why there was a pause there. I apologize. Okay, next question. What steps do you take to prevent misbehavior before it occurs? Okay. Describe an activity that you have used in your classroom that got students out of their seats and moving around. Okay. How do you ensure that all students are contributing to group projects? Okay. Okay, so now we'll move on to the subject-specific questions. Next 3 questions are about math. Math can be a challenging subject for some learners. How do you make your lessons engaging and fun for students and also relevant to their lives? Okay, after 1 week on the job, you realize that half of your class does not have the requisite prior knowledge to understand what you are teaching. What would you do? Okay, if you could choose to teach any math concept, what would you choose and why? Okay, and now 3 science questions. How do you get students to use higher order thinking skills instead of trying to memorize everything? Okay, you have been informed that you must do labs in class, but don't have all the necessary resources to do so. How would you fulfill that obligation anyway? All right, last question. How does knowing your students will be assessed by a standardized test at the end of your course affect the way you teach it? Okay, great. That concludes the teacher qualification interview. And I think based on your internet connection kind of going in and out, we were able to complete the interview, but I don't think it's going to be suitable. The quality of the internet connection is not going to be suitable for us to do the video resume, because we want to record your video as well, and the video is quite choppy. So is it possible for you in the future at some point to be someplace with a better internet connection? What I would ask is that we will reach out to reschedule the video resume portion for when you are in a location with a better connection, because we want you to put your best foot forward. And so if your audio is delayed or there's compression or distortion, it doesn't reflect well on you as a candidate, and we don't want that to impact your chances of getting a job. So what I'll do is communicate internally with our team and reschedule a video resume capture for when you're able. Just make sure to only schedule it for when you can have a really solid internet connection. Okay. All right. So that then we'll wrap things up for me. Do you have any questions for me? Sure. I would say specific to that, it probably would be. I think your answer was good, first of all. But I think it would probably be worth your time to research a little bit more about standardized testing in the United States and how it works, because that question is really driving at the idea that for a lot of the states where we place teachers, there are tests that are administered by the state at the end of the year to assess how your students have learned. and those tests measure sort of your progress as a teacher and the school's progress overall. And so scoring well is important in terms of just the school's reputation and future funding and those sorts of things. And so I think doing a little bit more research on standardized testing and the way that it works in America would probably be helpful. Like I said, it was a good answer, and I think that's the sort of thing that we would want to hear from from candidates, whether or not they've taught in America before, because it's about it's about understanding, helping the kids understand that what the assessments are and how to prepare for them. So, okay, any other questions I can answer for you? Okay. Well, thank you for your time today. Like I said, you will receive an email from us rescheduling your video resume capture, and just make sure again to choose a time where you can be at that place with better internet, and we'll get that done soon. And you will have an email with results of your interview sometime later today. Yes, nice to meet you. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.